Thanks for joining us on This Week in Adventist History. During This Week in 1903, Henry Beck had just begun selling Adventist publications in Paramaribo, in what was then Dutch Guyana, today's Suriname. A native of Suriname, Beck attended school for 3 years at Battle Creek College, now Andrews University, from 1894 to 1897. On January 11, 1898, Beck rode a steamer called Ulea to Georgetown, Guyana, and then traveled on to the Nickerie district in northwest Suriname, where he began work as a self-supporting medical missionary and evangelist. Within the next 2 months, Dudley Hale, superintendent of the British Guiana Mission, visited Nickerie and reported 10 people keeping the seventh-day Sabbath due to Beck's ministry. He was so impressed with the young Surinamese that he wrote the Foreign Mission Board petitioning them for financial support for Beck. On the first day in August 1899, the Foreign Mission Board authorized Hale to pay Beck a salary and cover his other mission expenses, thus making Beck the first denominational employee from Suriname. When William Spicer, then Secretary of the Foreign Mission Board and later GC Secretary and President, visited Suriname 3 years later, he saw that the Foreign Mission Board sponsoring of Beck was bearing fruit, writing in the Adventist Review that, quote, "We met also at New Amsterdam a young brother who has been canvassing in Paramaribo, Dutch Guyana. We have one church in Dutch Guyana near the Berbice border. Thus a foothold has been gained in the Dutch province, and our brethren are hopeful of good results in the work." Although what Spicer wrote next is Western-centered, it does show how advances like the one Beck was making was viewed at the time. Quote, "It is a joy to see the truth pushing into these out-of-the-way corners of the earth. For, while the population is small and these lands lie outside of the main lines of commerce and political influence, the people must be reached by this message that is to go to every people and tongue." And that was This Week in Adventist History.